Well, welcome to Dad It Up.
Episode 2, baby.
That's the episode 1 went well.
Went really well.
Now we're in a new location.
Welcome to the foundation. I was proud of that one.
That's a very chatted up thing to do. Is let's name home base.
Mm-hmm. It's our first home base.
Yes, it is. It looks good. I think it looks good. This is the first time I've been here, so
we've been road dogging it hard.
Yeah, quite a bit. So excited to be here and with my fellow father.
Girl dads for life, brother.
Yeah, well, I don't think we have a choice. I think that's what we were assigned that.
We got that assignment on the board, got our sticker, and said, here we go.
But it's been fun, man. Like I said, I enjoyed talking the first time about just the different things that we've learned along the way and how we're keeping each other in check with our lives so we don't just absolutely screw up theirs.
Yes.
Which is awesome.
It's, and it really does feel like some days, like we're going through the ear infection thing now. And I'm like, it took us this long to figure it out. And come to find out, we text all our friends like we're the worst parents. Like, dude, we did the same thing. It took us, 2 weeks to figure out we had an ear infection. You didn't know what was going on. You're like, oh, she's just not sleeping. And all these regressions happen.
Yep.
And the whole time it's just an ear infection. And we got it back in 2 nights of sleeping.
Well, it's not like she can tell you. It's like, hey, guys, got something in my ear. It hurts.
We're trying to get her to talk.
How did you even
6 months?
How did you even figure that out?
What was maybe Wednesday? So how we've been working it out, and this is really to each their own. This just works for us, especially with 2 working parents. And my job requires me to go be out late, and Hannah's job requires her to be out there early. So some nights, if Hannah has to work, then I'll just take the night shift and be like, hey, you go sleep in the basement. Turn the sound machine on. You really can't hear the girl.
The basement is very comfortable, by the way. Yeah, it's not just a basement.
It is not just a basement. It is a sanctuary down there. But for the most part, let her go down there, sleep. But Gracie's been crying like crazy. But then it's gotten better. So we're like, okay, maybe we're on the home front. Then Wednesday night, from about midnight to 7 a.m. when she wakes up, just constant crying. I got no sleep.
Midnight to 7?
7. She'd lay down for 30 minutes, may fall asleep. We're trying a little bit of cry it out here. Boy, oh boy, it rocked your fella here. I had to miss work. I was like, I got to take her in. Something's got to be out. Hannah has to leave the house by like 6:25. I think Gracie did lay down from like 5 a.m. to 7-ish.
Eventually, I don't care how you're feeling. Like, you just got to be exhausted by that point.
You're
crying all day.
Yeah, you're just going to get there. So I was like, all right. Text the coworkers, be like, hey, we ain't making it today. Take her in. First look in the right ear infection. And they're like, oh, that's probably all the root of your problem. I was like, so for 2 weeks, I could have fixed it.
We could have done that. We could have got something to look in there but you don't know to buy that.
You don't know.
About that.
Now we have one.
Now you have one?
Hannah bought one immediately. She's like, just in case.
Yeah.
Because look, dude, if we keep going in and one of my best friends, Casey Harley, goes, oh, don't worry. That'll be your last one. I was like,
good luck.
Yeah, right. Wow. He goes, oh, he's like, my first son had 3 every 2 weeks. Like,
I remember doing like alcohol as a kid, like, right? You like we were like going to swim in the dirty lake, right? And like the camp counselors came in and they put the alcohol in. Do we need to start? I guess do we start doing that?
Bring it back.
Circa early 2000s.
We joked about the first time our parents being not so medically inclined back in the 90s. I don't know if that's what we need to bring back.
No, the rub some dirt on it phase has definitely, I think, left the generation. I don't think the generations do that anymore.
No. I learned really quickly that the power of antibiotics. Holy crap. It's amazing.
Yeah, like a Z-Pack or something.
What is the pink stuff? I can't remember what it's called. Amoxicillin. Amoxicillin.
Pepto-Bismol. I know that one.
It looks like Pepto-Bismol.
I know that one well. The acid reflux. Shout out to becoming a dad as well.
We had pizza last night, and we both took Tums just because we were like, this is going to happen.
Had like vodka sauce. I just have to do I started putting cream back in my coffee. All the different things that I thought I was cool to like really like just raw dog. Yeah, not doing those anymore.
Coffee gets you too.
Yeah, coffee, everything gets. The problem is though, is that I just honestly drank too much when I was in my 20s. I think I ruptured my my, I don't know, pH balance for like life. I got like one day in me. Like I got like one night.
Yeah.
There's no back-to-back nights. So like if I go to have a good night, it's gonna be the one night we get it. So we want to roll tonight and go all hard, or we're gonna go hard the next night. But I can't go back to back because then, we just have to change the strategy. That's all it is.
That's all it is. I will say too, the acid reflux does make a humongous difference. Like if we have a pod, I'm like, well, I know Sunday I can't eat pasta or pizza.
No, you can't do that. You can't eat. I mean, it really is the pasta. I don't know why. I do think like the marinara. I love it. And one thing I do hate though is that I can't have like pasta and wine. Like wine does me bad.
Wine's probably the worst.
Wine does me real bad. And so like y'all always like say like, why does Garrett do Guinness? A, it's delicious. B, it actually does like make me, I can have multiple and
not have to do that.
Not have to like, yeah, absolutely just have the ruined night of sleep.
Yeah.
Because I got that burp. So
the burp's bad. The throat clearing for me has always been brutal. And I know it's my fault. Like I could do better. And we're going to work on doing better.
So I guess
35, so
with that being said, that transitions us well to our topic today. And that Pepto-Bismol, if in a house fire, may not be the first thing we grab or the last. So today, Chase, I don't even know how this is a transition, but we're just going to start talking about it. So Chase, tee us up. What is our Dadded Up episode 2 all about? How are we going to get there?
Okay, so this was brought to you by my friend Tyler Knightley. He was joking around when we first found out we were pregnant. He's like, listen, these are the items. He said jokingly, he's like, listen, my family's safe, of course. These are the items that I would go back in that house to save. And he said the snoo and a couple other things. I don't remember what they were. There was like a sleep sack that he had and then something else. And I was like, all right, good to know. And he's like, these are some must-haves. Now, we are out of the snoo. Our little girls are a little past that.
Yeah.
But that was one. That was definitely on the ranking. So we're going to give 3. And I got some others from people from text messages that I'll read out here. But
I do want to hear those because I'm curious what other people have told us.
Yeah.
In response to this question.
Most of them are pretty similar. And I think there was a lot of people that went a little too basic. They're like, oh, these, but maybe not. Maybe like if you have your brand of diapers and, this economy's
bad. Things going up.
I don't know what diapers and tariffs have to do with each other, but who knows?
I have not looked that up. I hope nothing. I hope it's inversely correlated, actually.
Yeah.
I hope are all made in America and they just got a lot cheaper.
I pray so.
I don't know. That's a thing to look up. That's a great thing to look up.
Yeah. We'll find that out. Tariffs and diapers.
Tariffs and diapers.
So the first one that I heard was a good one. And it's one of them's mine. And I think you may have the same one with the Baby Brezza.
The Baby Brezza?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, you have your whole day back because of the Baby Brezza and you have your whole countertop back. Because
the fact that you don't have to wait on warm water and it's a child's Keurig. And I know it's not that expensive. Like, well, I can go back and get it. Yeah. What if you got the one that works?
Wait, what's the Baby Brezza? You talking about the washer machine?
No, this is the one that's like the bottle Keurig.
I don't have that.
Oh yeah.
What is that? I'll tell you about my Baby Brezza if you tell me about your Baby Brezza.
Yeah, mine is the one that has it's just like a Keurig for formula.
Oh, I have no idea. I had never even heard of that.
Bro.
Tell me more.
Yeah. And it's like you just press the little ounces button and we can go from I think it's 2 to 10 or 11. Yeah. And you just press it. And instant hot water. It's like faster than a Keurig. And it's instant and it flows fast. I mean, it's the biggest lifesaver we've had so far.
Do you like the formula come in like little pods or like you just fill it up? No,
you just have a big old fill pot up top. Fill up the water like you would in a Keurig. But the fill top just circulates perfectly formulated, 6 ounces, whatever, 3 scoops, whatever the combo is. And then, yeah.
No kidding.
Awesome, dude. I'm telling you, this thing is like one of those items. I was like, really can't be that great. But it's 4 a.m. Your daughter's freaking out. You've tried to cry it out and you just know, girl's hungry. That thing.
What formula do y'all fill it up with?
We have gone to we kind of switched over this month.
We're on some like European stuff.
Yeah, it's like green. It's green and white. If I saw it, I don't remember what the one is.
We do the Kindle Mill.
Yeah, we're not
The Kindle Mill or whatever.
We tried Similac for a while, and I forgot what we changed over to.
Similac. That's I don't know. She doesn't like that. But the Kindle Mill from Target is like organic and from Europe. I don't know how. I feel like I'm paying a premium for all those words, but
yep,
it seems to work. I don't know. She drinks it.
Yeah, I'll take that.
And she also puts like a little bit of like just a dash of vanilla, like vanilla extract in her.
That's genius.
Yeah, just kind of gives it a little something.
Well, with I'll say the 2 ounces that we put in with the amoxicillin, that bubble gum.
Yeah,
the girl's hammering that down.
Well, I'll say that the Baby Brezza that we have, Baby Brezza just must be a brand.
Yeah.
Clearly, I thought Baby Brezza was this product, but the Baby Brezza that we have is like a bottle sanitizing little, I don't know, baby dishwasher in a lot of ways. You put a little pod in there, you fill up the back, and it basically it takes about an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And
dispenser.
It's completely sanitizes all of the bottles that you have. And for us, you have to send me that.
Okay. Yeah.
See, this is
$200 at Target.
Yeah, because the Baby Brezza we have is like $400 because it's like a little washer machine. But like basically, so you put the bottles in it, sanitizes everything, and then you collect it all, put it in there, and then you just refill it. And that way you keep it separate from like the dishwasher, which has all your food and all that. And it doesn't like clutter up the counter, because I remember we had this like kind of drying plastic thing.
We're still doing that. So,
and it just looks ugly. I'm sorry. And it's just no offense to you guys. I'm not saying that.
It does.
It's just like,
that's another thing is like that's one of those gifts where we're just like, man, I wish we'd have bought that.
Yeah. So that was what I thought. So interesting.
The dispenser.
This is how we convince our wives that we can do this.
We can do
We've learned. He's like, why can't you talk? We don't have time to talk. We only have time to talk during data.
Yeah, we really do.
So
I don't care what anybody says. This is our hobby.
This is the hobby.
It's fun. Like, also, besides venting conversations that you and I usually have at like 8:12 in the morning.
Yep.
When I'm driving or you're driving, that's literally how GT and I talk. I'd say, well, Biggie's up. G's probably not up.
G is definitely still sleeping. Definitely.
But for us, like, that's how we communicate. It's like 8:12 in the morning when I'm driving to work, and GT's right before his first appointment. So these venting sessions are great, but we usually don't have enough time to talk about everything. So these are how we communicate. And this is great.
Love to know that Baby Brezza is more than just what I thought.
But the cleaner is so magical from what I've heard, because it dries it way better. Like because because we use the dishwasher.
Yeah.
I don't care. Sure, if you want to go pay the $10,000 for the nice ones, but like, I just feel like this bottle crap doesn't get dry as easily.
No.
Or you don't want it to melt in there. So you're like, well, I'm not going to just crank up the heat.
Sure.
So now we're just doing the drying rack after we go through the dishwasher. I'm like, well, it just takes forever. But yeah. Also, we hopped on the glass bottle thing because of you.
It's nice, right?
It's great.
Yeah. I think it does make it a little cleaner. And the one thing I didn't know about it, which it's irrelevant now, but daycare won't take those. So we had to keep them all at home.
Okay.
That makes sense. But
get it.
No, love the glass bottles, and love the Baby Brezza. So I honestly, I don't know if that was on my list, but I'm glad I learned, because like the first thing that I came up with was like, first thing I'm grabbing, Social Security card and the birth certificate, because like I feel like those are things you probably could get again, but it's the government.
It's gonna take a while.
It's gonna take some time. If I'm trying to like, I don't know, prove that, I don't know, after my house burned down that we have her stuff and she is who she is and she can't talk for herself, then I got the documentation. But I've taken a picture of it on my phone too. But I don't know. I feel like that was something I thought about. It was like getting all the important documents in our lives so that prove that, we are who we are, like the passports and all that.
I think that's a genius, because we also had an incident where the government screwed up ours.
Yeah.
And Hannah's. And it took them forever to get it back to us. Like, you made the screw up. You had the wrong, I think it was like the wrong middle name on one of passport or Social Security card. And They made the screw up, and it took them forever to get it back. It's like, what if we would have had a vacation like 2 weeks from now? We would have not gotten that.
No.
So, genius.
I don't know. That was just what I thought.
That's an easy. It's a
practical father move.
Hey, that's a great 3-putt right there. You know,
I am 3-putting with that one, but I would say, like I said, that's a practical father one. I guess in a lot of ways.
Sorry, I was pointing toward Bryson here. Thought he had a chance, but no, that was a great like 3-foot putt from you.
Yeah,
I like that one because that's one of those practical ones that you're going to need more than you think.
Yeah, like, what happens if we're hurt? I have like a passport. I'm going to have my ID and all that, but what Pippi don't? I'm gonna need to go take Pippi up there, and she's gonna need. How do I know this is Pippi? Motherfucker, I got my stuff
because of the 9,000 photos we have on our phones.
Honestly, yeah, it's like double. Like my album has doubled since she's been alive.
Oh yeah,
which is funny, double because I've had that album since I was like college, right? You know, we started that years ago, but I have double now in the last 6 months, which is crazy.
It is funny too to like go back and I can get through. I used to be able to get through a year in no time. This year, 2025 is loaded, dude.
A lot of outfits, man. It's just
a lot of outfits.
She just looks cute in that bow.
God, you crushed that Masters outfit, by the way.
Oh, the Masters outfit?
Yeah. Can we post that?
We'll definitely post that.
I'll put it.
We'll definitely post that.
I'll put it in here.
Best outfit, dude. Shout out to Sweeties and Ottawa, man. I hope we get sponsored by them because they have great kids clothes.
Oh, baby.
So
okay, we're going to Sweeties one episode.
Yep.
Secondly, this was kind of a tough one for me, but I'll post the toy and everybody will know what I'm going with, but I think it's by far her favorite.
Okay.
It's like this little rattler chew knob toy. And most people have this thing and it's got these little knobs like all the way around it. And it's just a little rattle ball. And it looks like this little death wheel, but she just can chew on like multiple different items.
Okay.
That is one of like the highest rated.
Is it blue?
It's blue in the middle, and then it has like multiple colors.
It's like a little atom or something,
yes,
or like
a molecule of some sort. Yes,
it has a visual effect of a 3D smaller molecular item.
Yes, you know what I'm talking about. Then
we have one too.
I'll post that one. I was pretty sure. I was like, I think you guys have.
We have one of those too.
Yeah, and I think it's one of those toys that maybe everybody has, but because it's hers, and I think that scent stuff really does matter.
Yeah,
that get hers. That's definitely one of those that I'd go back in there for that.
The teething journey is wild,
ain't it?
And they're just, I mean, she chews on everything now, but like the more textures, the better. And that thing's got like how many textures on it? And multiple. I mean, like 5 to 10, right?
Yeah, easy.
Different ways you could chew on that little molecule.
Don't care.
Chew on the molecule.
Yeah, she came to my basketball game. What'd she have to make her happy? That little molecule.
The little molecule. Say, sometimes, do you ever put like little, I don't know. Sometimes like just because I'm trying to have fun, like let's just tap a little Tylenol on there, you know. Tap a little bit of like, I don't know. Let's dip it in a strawberry mash, you know, kind of thing, like from like organic. I don't put food on it, I guess, to make it more fun. I don't know. That was what I try to do. Have you done any of like the whiskey stuff?
No whiskey stuff.
No whiskey stuff.
We tried peanut butter for the first time today.
Yeah, I'm not saying feed your child whiskey, but like on the gums because our parents used to do that.
No, I don't think
she hasn't tried whiskey, but she has tried peanut butter. No, I mean like just on a.
Well, it's peanut butter whiskey.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
They probably got it from Greg.
That might be next. God, boy, always does have those. But
he loves the screwball.
He loves screwball, and he also brought that cookie dough whiskey, and that stuff is delicious.
Oh, dude, I can't get into it.
Really?
Like, the cookie dough, old smoky.
Yeah.
I can't get into it, man. I think it's
I dug it. I'm a sweet fiend.
I don't blame you, but I didn't like it.
What's your number 2?
Number 2 would be, I thought about this. Give me the Duna. Like the Duna, like my house just burned down, and I gotta put this baby in a stowaway car somehow. So, and we got to still roll her around. We still got to get her places. I am not trying to hold that child everywhere, but the Duna with the little base, easy to click in and out. You're on the go. Mm-hmm. Like that's like that zombie apocalypse kind of stuff. Like you would want the Duna if you had a kid in the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, because you can just pop in, pop out.
Got to go quick.
It's so convenient.
So that was mine.
That's a good one. I probably would have gone with Duna too, but I'm actually going to stick with the stroller thing because of the versatility. We took it the other night to the Signal Mountain fundraising event, and boy, did that just make me flash forward many years, you and I will be at all these events of just blow up obstacle courses and $25 ring tosses and
Oh yeah,
let's throw a sandbag into a pig's mouth for $15. It's just the dumbest stuff, but the kids love it.
into a pig's mouth.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that? That's from Ray County. Is that true?
That's Signal Mountain, brother.
Is that real? I've never heard of it.
It's not a pig. It's obviously a cardboard pig.
Oh.
But still, the fact that you throw a cornhole bag into a pig's mouth so you can get a lollipop.
That's some Tennessee if I ever heard of, man.
Yeah, it really
That's some Tennessee if I ever heard of.
That's the mountain shit right there.
Well, dude, whatever you told me about, I don't want, like I said, because I don't think I got shared it, but the egg plug with these prices, oh man, like that's I was telling my dad about that. I was like, you don't understand, may not be as new as Dallas with all the stuff, but man, those farmers still live there, man. They're still there, and you can get deals. You can hustle in that state. You can still kind of make it almost like it governs itself a little bit. Like
it really does.
The state does,
especially like these smaller towns. And like I grew up in Dayton, still got a good farmer market. Definitely growing in the economy wise, like fishing galore. But
like the barter system still is alive in Tennessee.
Oh yeah,
we're in like major urban areas, non-existent, right? Like that is built on like the economy itself. But like,
yep.
Anyways, not to get into that, but I think that that's very interesting.
I do too, because I want that. I think that's what I grew up on, and these small southern towns like build those little skills though, like to go and watch your dad be like, well, I don't want to pay $15 for this bushel or whatever. And
sure.
He's like, oh, I'll do 10 for you.
Yeah.
Like that stuff matters.
And it still exists. And I think that actually is a refreshing thing to be around. Very refreshing.
Yeah. Or just to know like there's still an honor system out there. That's kind of how our Eggman goes. Literally just show up at the house. He's got a refrigerator outside, put cash in the little thing. And yeah, he just trusts you. Just, I'm sure he's got a Ring camera and stuff, but I mean, he probably doesn't check it.
We've had some kind of inside scoop on Chat It Up. We've had some times where we're trying to get help from folks, and people are willing to help us out. And like, I would say something to Chase, like, hey, we really need to make sure this is in right and blah, 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 and yada, yada. He's like, Gary, let me tell you something. This is a gentleman's handshake. That's better than riding. And but it took me a while to understand that, like, because I'm from Dallas. Like, you want to like cover your
city, yeah,
CYA everywhere, right? Always have this backup. But all right, so enough on that tangent. We always do that.
I know.
Number three
will definitely be the Bob. Dude, that freaking stroller is tough as nails. I love the Duna, like the versatility of the Duna, but that Bob, I could freaking run.
You can run with it.
I can run in a marathon in it, but I don't really care about that. To be honest, it's more of that thing rolling up hills, just battles through, man. It's awesome. Huge tires. She doesn't wake up if like we're going down like a little rocky hill or going up a rocky hill. Doesn't bother. Shocks. I was like, dude, this thing is awesome. It's not as easy because you still got to load that thing in the back, but
does it break down?
It does break down, and you can switch a car seat in there too, so it's nice. But just when you get that thing out, you're in good hands.
Yeah.
You're in real good hands. And also, I think because we got such a steal on it, we just found this family that was just wanting to get rid of it, and I think we just kind of ripped them off. They just didn't care.
I think they just wanted another house, yeah.
Yeah. It's just, it's a space eater. It's definitely a space eater. Like, it's pretty big. But
like, how big are we talking? Like, how big is this thing? Sounds sturdy.
I would say, honestly, like overall size, like height and width, it's probably, because it's pretty long too. Like I could put like stuff in front of her. Like I can carry something.
Oh,
so I would say it's almost double the size of the Duna. Like
double.
Overall,
that's big.
Because you got two back pockets. You got one that's like right here, like leg height, and then you got one underneath. So I can put the bag in there. I can put whatever in.
This is
here.
like a Disney World.
Oh yeah, you're gonna. It would be real tough to travel with.
Yeah, it's like,
but it's awesome if you're going around town. You can drive somewhere.
Okay.
Because I could take that thing on the beach. You could not do that with a Duna.
No. The Duna is all about just like convenience.
For everyday living. It's
Everyday living. It's great. Yeah. It's nice to like just like flip her out.
Does Pip wake up when you take her out of it? Or like whenever you like get out of the car, like pop the.
As long as I position my body in a way where the sun doesn't get in her eyes,
she can stay asleep.
She can stay asleep. Yeah.
That's same.
Yeah. As long as I don't like mess her up with the eyes, like because like sometimes like the sun's perfectly positioned when I like bringing it out, and I was like, oh crap. So I gotta just like as long as I'm mindful of that, she's asleep.
Yeah, that's another thing about the Bob is it goes full coverage.
See, it's nice.
Oh, it's like waterproof. Like it's got a sunblocker. Yeah, it's unbelievable,
dude. That's a good one. So we don't have that one.
I think it's really, really expensive. We got so lucky. Hannah was like on Facebook Marketplace like 10 o'clock at night, 3 months before we had Gracie, and she was like, "We have to get this."
Yeah.
So we were there the next morning at like 7 a.m.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So
we all know your lifestyle, and she's like, and she was in the game. Like, you know, she knows like the mom game a little bit. Like, got friends who've had kids.
Definitely pays off.
Yeah.
Like people giving us requests, and also I think she's in a couple of those like Facebook groups and just takes advice from different people. It's like, this is the best.
Yeah.
This is the worst. Don't do this. Bottle game too. I know we go back to that, but one day somebody tells me Phillips Avon's awesome. The next it sucks.
I see. That's what we have. Like it's like exclusively the Phillips Avon bottles exclusively. Mm-hmm. So I'll say my last one, my friend, this is not so much that everyone's going to have. It's not a child's thing, but something that we love with our particular kid. So we have this thing that is a space projector. Like it's a projector that puts like the like stars and like different galaxies, depending on the little thing, the little slide that I put in there. It's almost like a test tube, like kind of like a microscope slide. How you put something in there and projects it on the ceiling. And so Pip, ever since she was a little girl, like ever since she was born, we have had this like astral projector onto our ceiling that we can always flip out with different stars or galaxies or planetary things. And she always, whenever she drinks or woke up in the middle of the night, it relaxed her. We would feed her. She would look up. She would see the stars. She knew she was home. She knew it was always something like, so I would say if my house burned down and I'm trying to grab all the right things, to finish off my list, I grabbed the one thing that I know would be a consistency in her sleeping experience. And that would be our little planetary projector. Those
matter the most.
Yeah.
It's your kid specific.
Yeah. It's very kid specific.
That's tough. Yeah.
And I was just a funny thing that we bought. Like I said, and honestly, we love it because usually when you go to sleep, your ceiling is just a black blob of whatever you have painted on there. But now it's like, well, I'm like sleeping under the stars. I'm sleeping under the the galaxies and different, nebulas. So it's fun.
That is kind of what Gracie loves, like to wake up and come in our room and like lay on the bed, and she can see the way like our chandelier is set up, like it kind of breaks up like the lighting up there, so it looks like little spectacles. She loves. You can just sit there and stare at it.
Yeah, like little cats.
Yeah,
I want to touch it. But I think that's I think kids love like to look at stuff, right? They're taking in the information. They're sponges, right?
Yep. Right now she's obsessed with my dog. My dog still doesn't really pay her much attention, so she's just fighting for love. Oh. And Rocco fights for my love. I'm like, all the attention you could ever want is right there in that little human. He's just like, I'm afraid it's so small.
Yeah.
So he's like very, 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 very gentle with her, but he's also like, I just don't want to mess with this thing,
Yeah, I don't blame her.
But he's almost there. And she's obsessed. He walks by and it's like LeBron James just walked in the room, dude. Unbelievable.
Well, it's just like we do put like little like animals or nature docs on the TV, and very interested by animals, very interested by critters and things that don't look like, I guess, humans, but I don't think they know what they look like yet, right? So for all she knows, she thinks she's a dog.
Yeah.
She doesn't know that.
She doesn't know. But she does love, we put on Tom Hanks' The Americas.
Yeah.
The other day. Fascinated, brother.
Love that.
I got some other good ones. I'll go around. I just got a list here. The Ergo Baby Wrap. I don't exactly know what that is. A lot of people had, I'd say like 5 or 6 people put in like some specific wipes.
Wipes. Okay.
Yeah. So if you have, I think one was listed, like one was 3, like the level 3 diapers of Huggies. Some people love Huggies. Some people put on here the Pampers wipes, I guess the natural ones. I don't know. Let's see. Duna. Multiple Dunas probably would be in there.
Dads love the Dunas.
Dads love the Dunas, man. And then I got a couple people. This is kind of from parents in general. And then Snoo's definitely on there twice, 2 or 3 times actually. And yeah, mostly the same thing. They have toys, certain toys. The Molecule toy was on there. And let's see. I'm trying to find some other good ones. Nothing much different. We're all pretty close and aligned. Yeah. Some people put like their specific sound machine. Those are pretty nice.
Yeah,
if you have one that you love, like we have the Hatch.
We have the Hatch too.
Supposedly it's not loud enough. We actually got a sleep person because it was so bad for a month and a half.
Yeah.
That we didn't know what to do. And so Hannah was like, I'm going to pay for the sleep consultant. Like we have to. And now we just know it was an ear infection. But she told us 2 things. She said the Hatch is not loud enough. There's a lot of things she just like wanted us to buy. Well, obviously she doesn't make anything off of it, but still it's like we really need to try all this stuff. But she said the Hatch wasn't loud enough, which I'm like, I think that's baloney.
Hatch is loud, man.
Hatch is really loud. And it's so versatile with the light.
Yeah.
Like Philips, she said Philips Avent and what's the other bottle we have? It's like a short
of the Dr. Brown's?
No, we tried Dr. Brown's. I think it's just kind of a bitch to clean.
Well, Dr. Brown's is the first bottle everyone tries, and I think it's the first bottle everyone quits.
Yeah.
It's like soccer.
Bingo.
For a lot of kids.
Great call, GT. I think Dr. Brown's really is. Oh, gosh. Can't wait. Whatever it's called. Anyways, she said that one doesn't work. And she does. Like, we're still on maybe she has a tongue towel. We don't know. But the glass bottles that you guys have, we got those. Game changer, bro.
It's nice and warm too. Like, it keeps us warm.
It definitely keeps it warmer for longer. And I think that's one thing we had with the Philips Avent. It's just so big and plastic. Like it just doesn't hold it.
Yeah.
But these glass bottles are nice. And I have a girl with control issues, so she wants to hold it the whole time.
All the time. Even when I saw that Miss Gracie was eating broccoli. So, but whenever y'all use like just a normal food, does she always want to grab the spoon and like when you were trying
choke herself with it? Yes.
All the time, dude. All the time. I was like, okay, hold on. Well, you have to I had to like teach her how to like do it sideways. Like, let's do sideways instead of going like all the way in with the spoon. Let's try doing it like at an angle here, kid, because you're out of control now.
Out of control. Dude.
Out of control.
But they want the control. She's figured out.
Very firstborn.
The funny ones too is like now I'm sure Pip's doing the same thing, like figuring out how to put their passy back in, like and operate it. It's so funny to watch that journey.
Yeah.
You're like, she's like putting it in backwards and she's like, that's not right, but I'll still chew on this for a second. And then she just kind of turns. It's funny to watch them on like the monitor do that.
Yeah. And like I said, that's like, because that's when they don't even know you're watching, right? So like, that's like them being them, like just them.
Yeah.
By themselves. So,
yeah. Well, let us know in the comments. Anything else you guys got, whether you're on the YouTubes or Spotify's or whatnot. There's comment sections everywhere now.
Yes. So. But thank you for listening to Dad It Up, episode 2. Always love it. And we'll tune in hopefully next time for episode 3.
Yeah.
Anything that we need to be looking out for
before then? I don't know. I think we're going to drop this midweek. So, man, hope everybody enjoyed their Masters weekend. This is fun. We and GT are literally just sitting here. Masters on in the background and in the foundation.
The foundation.
Yeah, we will have magazine out at the Signal Living.
Mm-hmm.
So, Signal Mountain folks, we will be in that magazine. A weekly article. We're trying to get some other places. Appreciate Marie Lawrence giving us the chance to have a little fun article. And me and GT are just going to come up with some fun things. But it'll kind of just be like knockoffs of these episodes into a small article. So, can't wait.
Tune in, check out, and we'll see y'all next time.
Peace.